Hi, my name is Chloe, and this is my snapshot. So, last year I had to rely on the Lord a lot. I was really sick. I couldn't breathe. I was in the ER every week, and I could barely walk around campus. And I was a new freshman. It was my first month at VT. But God kept sending me the people that I needed to continue growing closer to Him. He gave me a roommate who was really faithful and encouraged me to join a Christian community, even though I couldn't stand during worship. He gave me a family to go to on Wednesdays when I could only do things for an hour or two at a time. He gave me friends. He gave me rides. He gave me calculators. Everything I needed, all within a 2-minute walk, which was all I could do, and I really grew closer to Him during that time. And in the spring, once I was physically healed, He challenged me to grow closer to Him by providing me with a huddle and a space to really become more vulnerable about my relationship with Him, something that was entirely new to me. And I was really close to Him. And then over the summer, I grew more distant from God. I was living my dream. I was studying abroad in Spain, but I wasn't in a community where I was around a lot of people who love God, and it was really hard to stay close to Him. When I came back to Virginia Tech in the fall, I was praying and I was asking God, please help me become close to you. Please bring me back to where we were in the spring. Please guide me in what you want me to do. And God started answering that prayer really fast. Every day He was providing me opportunities to get involved with His community, and He would provide random pockets of free time that I could spend with Him. In fact, on Monday, I was going out to dinner, and I was planning to go home right after dinner because I was tired and I had an 8 a.m. the next day. But this freshman girl came up to me, and she was like, hey, I'm looking to get involved in a Christian community. And I was like, Chi Alpha has a service in 10 minutes. I'll go with you if you want. And so we went, and I realized that God used that freshman to answer my prayer because during that service, I felt closer to God through the worship songs, and I felt really reconnected to Him. And through the sermon, I reduced my fear of talking about my faith. I felt really empowered to write out how good God is and send it to people, and that was entirely new territory for me. And then the next morning, I get a text asking me to do a snapshot, and I was terrified. I don't know what I'm doing, and I was just praying about it. And when I was praying about whether I should do a snapshot, I was reminded a lot about my baptism. 2 years ago, God really put it on my heart that I should get baptized. And I didn't want to because I didn't want to be that public about my faith. Everyone already knew that I was a Christian, and I knew I was good with God. I felt really close to Him at that period in time. And I was like, why do I need to get baptized? And then God, after postponing it for 6 months, God really started talking to me, and He's like, Chloe, do you trust me? Don't you know that I would never lead you astray? Don't you know that I want what's best for you, that I would never harm you, that getting baptized isn't about all the people in the audience. It's about you and me and you trusting me to take that next step and get closer to you. And so that Sunday, I decided that I was going to take that next step and get baptized. My testimony was about how scared I was to do it because I just didn't want to be that public. And that Sunday, the sermon was about having courage when you're afraid. And I feel like God really answered me with that service. And then, so that brings me back to today. I'm really, really nervous to be standing in front of you. I'm scared, but I am choosing to trust God that He's got me, that He'll give me the confidence to stand up here and the words to say, and that He knows what He's doing even if I don't. So I'm standing here today trusting God because God's got me. So, yeah, that's my snapshot.